Hello, hello, hello. It is your boys, the DM podcast, once again giving you that flavor in your ear. Today's pod is really, we recapping that Denver OKC game 7. And of course, we got to talk about the conference finals, the OKC Thunder versus the Timberwolves. Then you have the Pacers versus the Knicks. Two fun series. We can't wait to get into it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Now, of course, how's my boy YS doing today?
And I'm happy. I'm living. I'm with my brother. We're about to talk about these playoffs. I can't wait.
Now, one of the reasons why we're doing this pod a little later than normal, or recording later than normal, is you know, I'm not doing well, brother. I'm not doing well right now. And the reason why I'm not doing well, you can see it from the title of my name on the bottom. It says "Damn it, Leafs." So if you can allow me, YS, a couple, I don't want to take too long. I don't want to take long, but I may have a little bit some
Take your
energy tonight.
time. Take your
I
time.
think I have some little energy tonight.
Take
So
your
here's the
time.
thing. I'm a very positive person. Very
Always,
positive person.
always, always.
So I try to see the good in everything. And I'm like, okay, you know what? And I was talking to some other Leaf fans about this. Eventually, it'll be our time. For most guys, it ends up being their time. Like Crosby has a few chips. It was eventually his time. Jonathan Taves, it was eventually his time with the Blackhawks. And Ovechkin, although mind you, Ovechkin's had a lot of like
Took a
round one
while. Took a
exits.
while.
It took a while,
Took a
a
while.
while for him
Took a
to
while.
get there, right? And he really, if you look at the records, I'm just saying Ovechkin's playoff records have not been great.
Mm-mm.
All-time leading goal scorer, shouts out to him.
Yeah.
Hasn't been great, right?
Hall
His
of Famer
playoff,
right there. Hall of Famer right there.
right? Crosby, he did it. Stamkos and the Lightning. Now, mind you, they had a stacked team, like stacked team. Victor Hedman. Oh my God, I'm forgetting names already, but like the goalie, the deep, all of the Lightning were talented, but they eventually hit their spot. It comes a time this year. I truly believe, the best player or the top three player in this world is McDavid. He's the best player in this world.
Honor is
Mc,
yes, yes,
McDavid is the best player in the world.
yes, yes.
Leon Draisaitl is like top five in the world, if not top 10, but he's top five in the world. Last year, I'm pretty sure most people put him top five. So you have two top five players in the world on one squad.
In the
This
world,
is
not in the league, in the world.
this is their year to win. I truly think so. I don't think anyone in the East really is standing out. Carolina and Florida are not standing out. And when it comes to the West, now the only thing is Edmonton beat Dallas last year in the conference finals. It could be one of those, we have to get our lick back. We have to get our lick back.
Maybe.
But if McDavid wins this year, McDavid's been in the league already like 7 years, I believe, right? Let me just quickly even double check. So if McDavid's been in the league for that amount of time, a lot of people would say he's one of the best players in the league, if not the best player in the
Definitely.
league. Yeah,
He's
2015. He's been in the league 10 years.
oh shit already.
That's a long time. I didn't even take that in. That's a
Already,
really
huh?
long time. So 2015, he's now gonna have the opportunity to win his first chip. So it makes me believe that eventually this Maple Leafs team will win. Eventually. Because it takes time to win a title. It really does. It's it's not overnight. It takes time. And then another team that makes me feel good about the Leafs is the Boston Celtics. We talk NBA a lot. It took the Boston Celtics a long time to get to where we are. There was a portion where they had Isaiah Thomas,
Definitely, yeah.
then they had Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward,
Don't forget the Kemba Walker era too.
the Kemba Walker era. Then they had the Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown just lead us. Then they had to get Porzingis, White, Holiday, and then now they won the title. So my whole point is that sometimes it takes a little bit of time to win a title. I truly believe the Leafs could have what it takes. Now, what they're missing a little bit of edge to them, a little bit of fire, a little bit of anger. We're possibly gonna lose the second best player on the team in Marner. to, mind you, the man's a Toronto kid. So we may lose a Toronto kid to go somewhere else where he may feel more appreciated. We'll get way less scrutiny because like the Leafs have the most scrutiny in the whole league. The whole league. No one has as much scrutiny as this team.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's one of those things where like it's almost better for the league when the Dallas Cowboys aren't good, when the New York Knicks aren't that good, and when the Maple Leafs aren't that good. Like it's one of those the best teams or the most money franchise teams. Sometimes it's good when they're struggling. Eventually they'll win, but it's good when they're struggling. Like so, I really want to believe that. So now, if I can get even more negative, I feel like I was really positive on what I just said. Losing, you lost. You were up 2-0 in the series, up 2-0, making everybody feel a hella good. We're all feeling so good about this, and we're beating Florida, and we're beating a man named Brad Marchand. Now, I'll explain to you who Brad Marchand is. This guy played for the Boston Bruins the past few years. So, and we know Boston Bruins been killing the Leafs the past years.
Yeah.
One another reason why we literally don't like Boston. We literally talked
Boston,
about it right before.
like,
We don't like Boston.
what is it in the water in Boston?
Clearly something, right? So like they were beating him. So Brad Marchand, he was just an annoying. He then he gets traded this offseason to the Florida Panthers, and I'm just not offseason, the trade deadline. And all I could thought to myself was, this guy's gonna beat the Leafs. He's gonna join Florida and beat the Leafs and wins with Florida. He's gonna do it. So that's my biggest worry the whole time that this is gonna happen. He joins Florida, and what happens? They beat him. The Leafs are up 2-0.
I can't
Then
believe it either.
then Florida wins the next three games, and like game 5 and game 7 are in Toronto. Why are you getting darn near shut out in your home for two straight games? Talent wise, you have the best player in freaking Matthews. Then you still have Tavares, you have Nylander, you have a squad
Matthews has
on
been a
you.
guy. Matthews has been a guy. Has been like
Every year, this man's top three in goals, and you're telling me in this series, you and Marner can't score any goals? You two are struggling.
that's crazy.
Only,
How
only
are they?
they're choking. They're completely
And they're known.
choking.
They're known.
They're completely choking. And as Leaf fans, we're watching it, and Leaf fans are getting angry. And then people are like, "Oh, this fan base is very hard on this team." Blah blah.
No, no, we're
You know,
not.
when you have a first overall pick in Matthews, you have to be a little. He's the captain. When you get a John Tavares from the Islanders to come back home and play for his home like team, when you get a Marner, when you get a Nylander, like you're getting good guys on your squad. You
That's
know,
a
the
solid,
goalie
that's a
situation,
solid squad.
I will say the goalie situation could be one of your biggest excuses because the goalie got concussed. And by like game 2, game 3, he got concussed. So he was really out. But honestly, the most of the year that you've had Wall and your main goalie for most of the year, and they were kind of going back and forth. So you kind of expected something to happen. But quite frankly, the goalie can only do so much when he's not getting any help from anyone else. You can't have that much talent and do nothing. So of
100.
course, tomorrow or Monday, when we're doing this on a Sunday night. On Monday morning, Leaf fans are obviously going to be incredibly pissed off, like stupidly pissed, because they feel disrespected. They feel once again they're putting $500 a game to watch a game just for what?
$500 to watch a game and you're getting smoked like that.
I
Like
know
you're
people who are
getting
at the game today.
smoked.
I know people who are at the game today, and I know they paid a lot of money for those
To
tickets.
see them get whooped like that would piss me off. Make it a. It's game 7.
It's
It's
game
game
seven.
7.
It's game
And
seven.
you're getting smoked like this. What is 6-1 the equivalent to an NBA game 7? What is 6-1? What score do you think that would be?
Oh my gosh, NBA equivalent is like getting like 70 to 130.
Jesus Christ.
Right?
Sorry to say the Lord name in vain. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
And if you
that.
need the 130, it's holy shit. I thought you were gonna say like a 30 or 40. You damn near said 60, 70.
It's that bad. So I'm gonna leave it at the fact that I truly believe there will be a time where the Leafs will win the title, and the streets of Toronto will be completely mauled. We would have to call multiple police. I keep thinking if it's going to be worse than the Raptors, but I'm like, first I said no, but I'm like, you know what? It could be worse than the Raptors.
I think it would be. I feel like there's more Leaf fans than Raptor fans because it runs deeper.
Right, exactly. I think there's more pain in their chest to make it run like hard, right? So say I agree with you completely. I'm like, no, there's more pain in your chest that you have to get, but they need a little bit more grit. The team doesn't have that. They need some assholes on that team.
They do, but at this rate, it seems like they're gonna win. There's gonna be 100 years between the title
Probably,
at this rate,
probably,
and
probably
that's you know what I mean? Because it's what right now? It's
the
six,
67.
67, 67 years between the title, and we're the capital of hockey.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I just believe it. If McDavid wins this year, it'll make me feel so much better because I'm like, you know what? Eventually, eventually it'll be our turn. Eventually, because all great players win a title on their team. They all do. They all do. So
Sounding like the. I'm sorry to cut you off. This is sounding like the Bills.
oh, somewhat, man, somewhat.
Like they just get guys as of recently, and they just keep choking. It's their
Yeah.
year. It's theirs. You keep saying it's their time, and these guys are eventually going to go to different teams, and they're going to have to rebuild, and it's going to start all over again.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Sometimes teams get so close that like OKC, they got so close and nothing came of it. Raptors had to make a crazy trade to get the guy to make him over the top. So yeah, okay, let's talk about ball because I'm super depressed about this. Mind you, you know what? We had two game sevens. We had the NBA game seven and the NHL game seven, and both were shitty. Both were lackluster. Something clearly happened that people didn't want proper game sevens for us to be glued on our seats.
It started off well. Well, I was watching the OKC Denver. It started off well, but the run just happened to close out the half. And I'm like, okay, Denver won a ring. They got punched in the mouth already.
Mm-hmm.
They can, and this series has been the closest series in the second round. Let's keep it a buck. Two games on a game winner in overtime or something
Yep.
like that. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, okay, OKC, they got Westbrook is gonna, no. I kid you not. I'm eating. I look down and say, "What up to my mom's?" I look at a TV. It's a 20, and it was a 10.
I uh I missed most of the beginning. I started watching like 4 minutes of the second quarter. So I saw I think it was 42-41 or something. I went away, came back, and exactly what you said.
Yeah,
Why is all of a sudden a 10-15 point game?
yeah. It
What just happened? Somebody explain that to me. Why all of a sudden this team couldn't do anything?
folding, turnovers, low effort. Porter Jr. This is the poorest I've seen him play in a playoff series in my life. There's an injury there, but I swear he can impact the game in other ways.
Oh, he can't though. He could, but he can't. He, that's the issue. Like the one guy I'll give him 1,000% kudos for is Aaron Gordon. This man is playing on hamstring, a grade two hamstring that should have made him out for like multiple weeks this season. Multiple weeks he should be out, but he decided to play. I have to give the man. Mans are taking days off for like just having the sniffles.
Yeah,
So the fact that this guy has a hamstring that can further hurt his basketball career, and he's like, I'm gonna play this game. I give him all kudos.
man.
So
A good series too. Not gonna lie. Overall, as the average overall, he had a good series.
yeah, the whole NBA. Yeah, you're right. He man had two game winners this NBA season. Like I think it's literally him and Brunson
In the
have just had
playoffs,
game
I
winners.
swear to the playoffs too, right? Both in the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, both playoffs. Like both game winners
Damn,
in the playoffs. Like
damn.
he was really good. He's clearly a guy that you want on your squad. He's become such a good defender. Like overall, he's become such a better player.
He accepted his role and became very coachable.
And that's all you need to see. One stat that I've seen that like I'm just letting you know. I don't even want to like negatively dive into it, but they said Russell Westbrook in the series was a negative 93 plus minus. So he had one of the worst ones. He averages like I think he averaged like 10 points this series. I seen a guy who like I seen a few people tweet out like, "Oh, Russell Westbrook was really bad this series." I just don't. How can that man be blamed for this
I agree
series?
with that. I don't agree with that.
How are we blaming this man for the series?
It's a coaching team. You guys forgot you guys fired the coach like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, right?
Porter's hurt, Aaron Gordon's
Listen,
hurt, but
Aaron
like we're,
Gordon's
we're
hurt.
still blaming the one guy.
Jamal
Your team is
Murray,
really not that deep.
it's really not because who's coming off the bench aside from Westbrook and Daryl Strawher?
Yeah.
Oh,
And he only came out that one game. I think he came out this game too, but like you really weren't playing him a lot either.
I don't. Yeah, you guys are not deep, and you guys have injuries. So Joker's gonna do everything. You see
And
what
you
I'm
were up
saying?
3-2. You were up 3-2.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's not like OKC was up. You were up 3-2. So you just
OKC
had
is just
one.
way deeper. Just way. It's not even close. Like
Oh,
OKC
it's
is
stupid. It's
right now in the playoffs in the matchups. The deepest teams is OKC and the Pacers.
easily,
I don't want to hear
easily.
it.
So like it's weird, right? Like you know, we normally talk about what is Denver going to do in the offseason. I actually generally don't know what they're going to do. They could explore a Michael Porter Jr. trade if they wanted to, but not to say who what team would want. I think any team would want him if he's like your fourth guy on your squad, but just know how limited he is.
Very, very.
Doesn't play defense. He
Can
can
swing
hit
the ball
like he really his dribbling isn't that great. He doesn't really rebound. He doesn't rebound the way I think he should rebound. Like
100%.
he doesn't really do much, but can he get like can he have a random 30 points in a game five for you? Probably. Probably. Like because he's that type of role player. Like he's legit that type of role player.
He's a better Kuzma. Like you said,
Yes, yes. Kuzma's Kuzma.
but
But yeah,
Denver needs
ultimately,
to. I feel like Denver needs to get. They need to maybe look at the buyout market, whatever. They need to get a small forward off the bench.
yeah, they need
They
something
need to
like
get. You know what I mean? They
wow.
need to get some guys on the bench, a small forward, a four off the bench, like you know what I mean, because they're not deep, right?
The thing
So
is, Alex Caruso was oddly the man that was guarding Jokic a lot this game. They put a smaller man because I'm telling you, Jokic, he doesn't do well with like strong, smaller guys and like strong, big. Like if someone has some strength to them, they can kind of fuck up with Jokic a little bit.
yeah, definitely.
I find that kind of weird
That's why
because
Lakers in
like
the bubble was going to work on him.
right. Harnessy really didn't do much. He only played 17 minutes. It was Caruso that was on him a lot. But I'm thinking
Caruso
like,
was causing havoc when they would try to switch and roll on Jamal Murray. I'm like, Murray, this is not the matchup you want. I kept saying it every time. And Caruso would be
yeah,
poking the ball away, getting deflections. I'm like, Caruso is a kill.
Jokic only shot 9 times. So like, here's the thing. He's a guy that many of y'all picked as MVP. If Shea only scored 9 times, y'all be on his ass. When Harden only scores 9 times, y'all are on his ass.
Oh man.
You got to be on Jokic's ass. I'm sorry. You just do. You can't allow because you wouldn't allow it if it was those other men. That's all I'm
I don't
saying.
know. I don't know, but I feel
You
like Joker gets leeway, especially being in Denver. You know what I
he
mean?
definitely gets me.
With certain things. You know what I mean? So, and
But
that's their culture, I guess, because of
mhm.
Joker. And I don't know. I don't agree with it. Like I don't agree with him having number 15. I don't agree with it.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, definitely see what you're saying. But shouts out to OKC. They won. I said I remember I said this to you like before, and like I'm not sure if I said it this season or maybe the season before, but I feel like it was this season. I said with OKC, you're not gonna win a title with these guys because normally there's a change. I think I said it this season, like because normally there is a change, but like they're definitely proving me wrong because you never keep the same guys the whole way through, especially this NBA, like you normally make a trade or something happens.
Especially how they went out last year. Yep, yep.
Yeah, like you normally don't. But like if I think about it, no, you didn't really start with the same guys because you did trade Giddy, right? So you didn't really start with the same guys. You had to bring a Caruso and a Hartenstein, like
Those are factors. Those are factors.
huge facts. Caruso is man, that man arguably playing better than like anyone. Really, him and Shea played great the whole series.
Definitely,
Most
definitely.
consistent man.
Caruso is such an unsung hero. He had a game where he had like six threes in the series. I don't know if it
Yeah,
was game five or something like that. So Caruso's definitely an unsung hero. So much things he does that are not on the stat sheet
a thousand
that
percent.
causes players to alter shots and elite players to alter shots, deflect passes, fast break, a transition bucket, a three, extra
OKC
possession.
defensively is just so good.
They are the most. I feel like they're the most immaculate defensive team because they are undersized and they're getting it done. Right
Undersized and like they are so active.
beyond. Like
So
Harkenstein really doesn't play 35 minutes a game,
he doesn't.
right? And he's their only big. Chet is not a big to me like that. He's just the mobile long ass four, right?
He's just a long guy, man. Ultimately speaking,
Yeah,
just
right.
is like uh Dort plays. The Dort's like 6'3". Like he's not that tall, but he has size on him. Like he has size. The team is overall. He only played 17 minutes, Dort. Shout out to J Dub. He um
Mhm.
he has some like stats on him. Honestly,
Let
I'm
me
not trying to compare them to this team. I'm not gonna compare this team, but I think you'll understand when I say like the way their stats are sometimes, it's very like Chicago Bulls-esque. J Dub really has a Scottie Pippen line, like 24, 7, and 5.
that's
Like,
all. Keep in mind.
you know what I'm saying? Shea is 35, 4, and 3. Jordan would have more assists and rebounds, I believe, especially the rebounds. But like one man scores really high points, one man does a lot of the other stuff, and they just have a lot of things trickling around.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so
The rules.
they're gonna face the Timberwolves.
That's an
Um,
exciting series. I can't lie.
and I think we'll talk about that series just to kind of blend, and we'll talk about the Eastern Conference series because I think me and you are more excited about the Eastern Conference series.
Yo, the
I,
East is actually the series to watch. I
I
cannot lie.
think this one thing I'll say overall, and I want to know what you think as well. Like a lot of people complain about like, oh, this is the seventh year in a row we're getting a new champion. Some people hate that thing, some people like it. I like it.
Mhm,
It shows competitiveness, right? Like
mhm.
you don't know who's gonna make it out. I like the fact that we really don't know who's gonna win. Like we can have our guesses, but ultimately now the way all these fours have come to this spot, I wouldn't be shocked if any of those four teams win,
It's true. It could be any team out of the four.
right?
Real tough because I kind of see though Minnesota making out the West over OKC. I kind of see it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Because
I can see it too.
they have a veteran presence over there in Conley, right? So I feel like that's going to really kind of play a factor, right? In that series. The East, I don't know where to begin.
So like with OKC and Timberwolves, right?
Mm,
At the end of the day, let's say Minnesota does win.
okay.
So you said veteran presence. What other reasons why do you think that they could beat the OKC Thunder?
The real reason as well too is I feel like Ant Man feels like he's the best player in the world,
He does.
and with him feeling that and playing like it, it's
He's
and
playing to
Randall
another
has a
level.
chip on his shoulder.
Yo, Randall is playing like he's like y'all been disrespecting me for so long. I've had maybe a few bad playoff games, but I've been so good this whole. He's been so good this whole playoffs,
He's been pretty solid. I cannot lie. Like he's
and
been
and
like
he's a
if
good
Ant-Man's
player.
not going, he's going, and if Ant-Man's going, he's going. It's like yeah,
He's been playing so well. So then I think to myself, I'm like, damn, like I this team is good. And then defensively, this team is really good.
defensively they're pretty elite, just like
Rudy
AC.
Rudy Gobert, as much as people can say whatever they want to say about him, he just makes the team's defense overall good. He just does. He and then like you have yeah, the whole thing has been
Jaden McDaniels,
Dan's a really good defender. Then you
and
have the bench. Like they have probably the best next three guys in the league. Like you have to say the next three guys: Reed, Nikhil Alexander, and DiVincenzo.
Dante, Vincenzo, Vinny.
Like no one can beat those three guys. If you win a 3-on-3 tournament, they're the ones that are
Guys
coming.
off the bench in the league, like
Yeah.
your third three guys off the bench. Because if we look at New York, let's look at the teams. What about Indiana?
No, I would pick, Reed, DiVincenzo, and Nikhil, right? Now, if
Nikhil
you
got
go
game. Nikhil
deeper,
got game.
if you gotta go deeper, yeah, I think OKC is deeper, and so is the Pacers are deeper. They can go like
It's five and
10,
five
11
bench. Yeah,
deep,
then yeah, with
right?
three.
Where those three can have those three. If OKC wins the series, why?
OKC. If OKC wins the series, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to be dead ass honest with you. It's because they're making shots.
Like I said, it's that simple. They're just making shots.
They're shooting a good percentage. They're making shots. Like they're playing with confidence, making shots. Obviously, they're going to play good defense, but I ultimately feel like when it comes to great defense and other great defense, the size is going to matter. I feel right, and that edge is going to because you got Nas Reed coming on the bench like 6'9", 6'10", right? Like he can put a body on check. He
Yeah,
can switch off on Harkenstein and do his thing because he's around their sides and
right.
he's there for. You have Rudy that's going to be the anchor, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they have more. You have Randall, which is like 6'9", 6'8", and he's wide too. So it's like you kind of have three guys that are 6'8" up in the
Size.
rotation. That's you have length in McDaniels as well too, or Jaden, I should say. You have length with him too. So it's
Yeah.
like there's a lot of length and size. Ant Man is 6'4" ish, 6'5". He's definitely not 6'3",
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So he has good size for it too. Let's keep it
yeah,
above, right? So it's like they have because year one and two is what Shea and Lou, and Ant's bigger than both of those guys,
yeah.
right? And then you probably go with Caruso too at the three, and Caruso he's about the same size Caruso, so it's like Caruso's an excellent defender though.
Yeah.
So
I think when it comes to like matchups, okay. So I'm thinking you put Hartenstein defensively. I'm more thinking of OKC's defense on Minnesota. Hartenstein should guard Randall because of strength of size.
correct.
Rudy will match up with Chet because
Mm-hmm.
Chet and Rudy are the same kind of like skinny but tall.
Mm-hmm.
And you need the size there for OKC. And then you put J Dub on. I think J Dub's a good defender. Do you put him on Ant or do you let just Dort guard Ant?
I would. The thing is, Dort is better at running around screens than J Dub.
So right. So you get Dort to run do Ant. Honestly, you can just put Shea on Conley if you wanted to, and let like J
That's
Dub
actually very good. That's very good situational awareness. Still, yeah.
because the thing is Shea guards Conley. Shea respect to Conley, but Shea's resting. And it respectfully.
Because
Like
Conley's not looking to kill. He's looking like, let me distribute. There's Ant. There's Randall. Like there's
he's
Dan.
not he's not Steph Curry that's gonna be running around the whole
Yeah,
gym.
he's not. If he
So
gets the shot and it's open off maybe a late shot clock where it's just open in the swing kick, he'll take it. But Conley's not going to be taking 10, 11 shots even a game. He's not taking that many shots. So
I think Ant is guarding Shea.
Ant wants to guard Shea, I believe, like how he wanted to guard Kyrie and
Yeah.
whatnot. Like, he's up for that challenge, which I respect it.
Because like to me, you have Ant guard Shea,
Yeah.
you have Conley guard Dort, because it's Dort's not doing much but standing in the corner. Then you have McDaniels on J Dub, and then you have Randall on Hartenstein. Or yeah, you can do the same thing. Randall on Hartenstein,
I don't
and
think about that.
yeah, defensively, this is gonna be a great series.
It's gonna be
It
great
can
series.
now. I think we've both seen sometimes both teams can get kind of lazy on defense, or they just won't try. So really, I think like for this series, it's whoever says, okay, we're gonna play defense now. So whoever says starts to play defense first will win.
Win.
We'll win. We'll definitely win. I think Minnesota's had a lot of time to rest.
Hmm. So do you think that could be, rust as
I
well
think it can, but then I
on
think to
rhythm?
myself, when you're a deep team, you should be fine. And OKC didn't have a game 7 today. They didn't have a game 7. They had a game 6. They had a game 5. Game 5. They didn't have a game 7. A game 7 will take the life out of you. They didn't have no game 7.
Definitely would take the life out of you, like diving for balls, all that.
Come on,
Pause.
man. They didn't have that shit.
None of that should happen.
We will do our predictions for it, but let's go to the Eastern Conference. The Knicks versus the Pacers.
The Knicks,
You already know.
Pacers.
You already know how much I'm in love with this series. You know I'm Pacer gang all the way.
This is a
I ain't gonna
movie.
lie.
This is a motion picture series right here.
So I'm not sure if you've seen that. Like Halliburton is a big fan of WWE, huge fan.
Yes, I'm familiar with.
And there was a time where I think they were in New
And
York,
Brunson.
and Brunson was there.
And
And
this was 2000. This was last year, actually,
this
summer,
last year summertime, this happened.
June, definitely. Yeah, like
So
a year ago.
So it's funny how like everyone's like wrestling knew it, wrestling predicted it. They wrote it in the script. Because if you go on Twitter, the WWE, they can't stop like Halliburton versus Brunson, Halliburton versus Brunson, because they had the two guys in the ring. It's like we're gonna make bread off this because
Oh, yeah.
why the hell not? And like they just keep advertising, advertising. Even there was a preview, I think NBA.com or someone had it, and it was Brunson and Halliburton beside each other. And the logo was a WrestleMania logo, just with NBA playoff writing on it, but the WrestleMania logo. So they're just gonna egg this on for a while.
Yeah.
But this should be like this is a series I want to see the most. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's actually just a better series to watch.
It's the best series, entertainment purposes. Definitely, this is the best series. Like, it's not even close to even the other playoff series were good, sure. This is gonna be the best one
This
because
is easily the best one.
Halliburton is a big shot maker. I mean, let's be honest. Whether you love him or hate him, where you think he's mid or not, he's a big shot maker
Right,
in big games. Let's
right.
keep it a buck. Brunson is too.
Brunson's the shot maker. He's the
He
shot maker.
he is him when it comes to making those
Oh
shots.
yeah.
So
I would want him to have the ball at the end. Now the one thing is, so recently OG and Bridges haven't had good games, right? They really haven't. But with Indiana, like their depth is good, but sometimes they're so like you get the ball, you get the ball, you get the ball, and sometimes I think in the playoffs you need a guy to take over. I really do believe that sometimes they don't have a takeoverness in them.
they don't.
Um,
They don't really. I feel like it's not Brunson. I feel like it's Holly, right?
yeah,
I feel like it's Holly because it's like now. I feel like now he officially knows I can get it. I can
yeah,
get it.
yeah. So New York wins the series. Why?
New York wins this series. It's because Tibbs uses bench. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm
That ain't
joking.
happening.
Okay, if New York wins this series, it's gonna be because every guy did what they're supposed to do on the Knicks starting lineup. Meaning, Cat is getting his double double, not fouling out, not getting in foul trouble is keys here for Cat. No foul trouble, right? Hart is being the utility knife, right? Consistent guarding, rebounding, pushing the ball, pushing the tempo, transition play. Brunson's doing his thing. Brunson has to get at least 6 assists average this series, though. You know what I mean? Type, right? Deuce. Deuce got to come in, play with energy, hit a couple of threes a game, give him solid minutes on defense too, as well, right?
Yeah.
Bridges and OG need to have, I'm not saying spectacular series, but decent. Like, they got to be fair. right? They got to be fair, right? At least shoot. I'm gonna say each of them shoot 35% from three.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying 40, 42, but if they both shoot 35, 37% from three, right? They're gonna get solid. You're gonna get solid defense from them. So if they do those things, I feel like they're gonna slow down the Pacers, win games, 7 games. But if the Pacers win,
Right, before you even get to the Pacers, I just want to add, I think if New York wins, I think it has to be on the shoulders of Cat. Because I think Brunson's gonna do his thing. I really do think so. But if Cat doesn't show up, I don't think the Knicks have a chance. They need and I'm saying they need 25 and 13 Cat. I need 25 and 13 Cat. Like then he's dominant. But you can't
Turner's gonna
have
slow that down, bro.
who knows? You just can't have the OG and Bridges can do well too, but I don't think that's impactful. Well, I think Towns is impactful. I think
The,
Towns would be more impactful.
I hear you with that, but the reason why they have to be impactful as well, in a sense, is because Tibbs don't use his bench.
That
So the starters all have to kind of score close to 20. Like,
you
okay,
have to.
Ben cannot
Yeah,
score more than 20 and cannot score more than 20. But the other three, they gotta hit at least 18 each.
yeah, yeah. You have
Average,
to.
right?
Yeah. Or you're asking a lot from Deuce to be such a scoring option. You're asking a lot. You're asking a lot of all of them. So if the Pacers win, why?
Pacers win. Hallie's making big shots. If Hallie has a good series in the sense he gets points, he gets assists, Turner Turner is blocking shots, rebounding. Pacers win the series. Nemhard is Pacers win the series. Like if Pacers play how they're supposed to play, that sounds cliche in a sense, but if Pacers play with a pace, not giving a fuck. If
Yeah.
Pacers play with that, I don't give a fuck if it's early in the shot clock, late in the shot clock. If we scored, if you scored in the butt, we're gonna push type shit. If they play with that fearlessness, Benedict, TJ, honestly, Pacers have too many guys, I feel, that could actually get it done. So it's just like if certain guys are not going, there's going to be other guys going. So ultimately, I feel like this is going to be a tough series, but
The Pacers, for them to win ultimately, it's gonna be because of Thibodeau. Like you've been saying, the inability to play your bench guys is a thing. Like all the Pacers should do is say, "Hey guys, once we get a rebound, run. Everyone run. We're gonna do hockey lineup. We're going 5 in, 5 out. Like we don't care. Mans are gonna sit down. Like mans are gonna
yeah, I like the game.
go. Mans are gonna sit down quicker, but come back up quicker. So man's gonna take their breaks. Like I think normally, in most teams, man's take their break after like 6 minutes. Like the first 2, 3 man sit down for the bench to come. No, no, you're gonna sit at the 8 minute mark, and then you're coming back at because the Pacers. We already know the Pacers starting lineup is Halliburton, Neesmith, Nemhard, Pascal, Turner. Your bench is I think goes another 6 mans deep
Yeah,
because
Benedict.
you go Benedict McConnell, Obi Toppin, you go what's his name Thomas Bryant, Ben Shepherd, and there's a sixth guy that I'm
Shepard.
forgetting
Yeah.
on the Pacers because they went like 11 deep
Mike can get it done too. Like it's kind of wild.
because
Like
they went 11 deep the other game, and I was like, what is going
in the
on?
other game, taking the other game, and it was a 7 game series.
Like they went deep. I have to figure out who they're. I want to forget somebody. Oh, Jarris Walker, yes. Which I don't think he's gonna play, but if he
I
does,
thought he was injured.
no, he's good. He's still playing. So they can go if they play Jarris Walker, that's 11 deep. Now I think he may play less because I think they need Ben Shepherd because they have wings and Ben Shepherd is one of their better wing defenders. So they're gonna need him more than they're gonna need um Jarris Walker. Now, if you think about it, your bench is McConnell, who like all he knows how to do is get the ball and run. With Obi, who's just wants lobs. He's just going like this half the time, and who's
Yeah.
hitting threes at a freaking
No,
37% clip,
threes this season, this playoffs, and I'm just like, shit, everyone on pace hitting threes.
right? You then oh man, it's just so deep, right? That's why I'm immediately sending like Nemhard and putting I wouldn't put McConnell in right there. I'll take out Nemhard and put like Benson Matherin to piss off Brunson. Here, guard Brunson, piss him off, and then just like keep swapping, keep swapping. Oh my goodness, I would, man. I imagine freaking New York goes what 6, 7 guys deep.
They go, I would say 7 with Mitch Robinson.
Mitch Robinson, and then they
Like
may play Precious.
they don't play pressure. Don't play Landry Shamet. Don't
Yeah,
play him.
they don't want to play Landry. I think they should play Payne a little bit more. I
Oh
think
yeah,
soon as he goes on like random hot streaks,
yeah. He
he's a
got
guy who I would trust a little bit more.
right.
Um,
The
but yeah,
keys. I'm sorry to interrupt. I feel
go-
like the keys to pace. If I'm the pace, if I'm Rick Carlisle, I'm saying do not shoot as many threes. Run the ball like you said. Drive. Get if you get majority of the stars in foul trouble, that's the
they're
key.
screwed.
That's the key.
Screwed. They're
That's the
completely
key.
screwed.
Because Pacers can't afford to do that because they go 10 deep. So they can if a man foul it, if it's offensive or whatever, it's like keep driving, keep pounding the rock, keep pounding the rock, right? Yes, the refs are letting them play, but if there's foul trouble, you're forcing Tibbs' hand. Pressure's gonna have to play. Pressure has no rhythm in these playoffs because he doesn't play.
Right. And things I would play Precious this season because or this series because of Pascal. I would try to have as much guys on Pascal. Like thing is defensively, the Knicks can do a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you can put on Halliburton if you want to, you can put Bridges on Halliburton. Or
That's
you can
yeah.
put Josh Hart. It really doesn't matter.
I would put Hart, but Bridges on him is scary.
Right? Like to me, if you want to really win the series, you put Bridges on him. You put Bridges because then
Who you
you
put on
put
Brunson?
well Brunson wise, you're gonna put Aaron Neesmith. You put Aaron on. No, Nemhard. What am I thinking? Nemhard's guarding Brunson,
Hart is a guy that's gonna.
right? Like,
Nemhard has more size than him too, so that's gonna help. Yeah.
because guarding New York, I know this is gonna sound mean. It doesn't really matter guarding New York. The only person that matters is Brunson, and Towns kind of matters, but like it's really Brunson you have to stop.
Yeah, it's not like this guy's gonna. It's not like Cat is gonna kill you. Like he'll do good. He's not gonna kill you.
Right. The other thing, bro, if Cat is killing you, you're losing the series. But like
Definitely.
if you're telling us OG scoring 20 points a game, is that terrifying you?
It's not. It's not terrifying,
You're like somebody got to score.
because that 20 is gonna come like with open looks, transition. That 20 is not gonna come with a guy denying you the ball, trying to run you off screens, throwing different
Right.
guys at you. So it's a different 20 if OG got a 20 than a Brunson 20.
Right. And then like the Pacers defense since like the All-Star break has been top 10 in the league. So they're not a defense to slouch on. When Turner wants to play defense, that man can play defense.
He can play. He gets blocks. He does the
Nemhard's a good defender.
definitely.
Halliburton, I think when he's one-on-one, he's not that great. But for some reason, when he's playing like just kind of loose and he's like just recover, he can play pretty good defense. Right? He can do that stuff. And then like Pascal's good. Now they're gonna put OG on Pascal just because
I like McConnell. Shout out to McConnell on defense. I like McConnell.
he's feisty. So
Pressing you.
you can
He's
annoy
pressing you.
people.
Any guy that presses you is a defender to me, so I don't care.
All right. That's what I'm saying. Like the Pacers are a good defensive team. So it's not like they're gonna let you just score on them. They're gonna be aggressive too. So I don't know. I'm very interested in this series. Like I said, if I'm the Pacers, I'm at Carlisle, bro. You can go 11 deep, and I'm pretty sure can they go more deep? That's
Because we know foul trouble happens with Towns a lot. So if you go at Towns and he's out, they're forced to put Mitch Robinson in. And then what are you gonna do? Hack Mitch Robinson because you got guys to shoot free throws. He's gonna smoke. It's all about possessions.
that's all that's it with New York. It's all about position. Because one thing I'll even increasingly agree with you, bro. You have Matherin, you have Demhard. They're looking at, oh my gosh, Towns is on me? Cake. I'm beating him off the dribble
Yep.
each time.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's done. It's done. It's completely done. So yeah, that series I'm so
I'm,
excited to see.
me too.
Man, I can't wait to watch that series.
Me too.
Now let's make our predictions, man. Let's make who is going
This is
to the NBA finals?
this is tough. Honestly, this is.
We can go Western Conference first. Who do you think like is going to Western Conference? How many games? And who? Let's predict the Eastern Conference and Western Conference MVPs as well. Also, speaking of MVP, sorry to go on a tangent. You know, it's weird. They never announced the MVP.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting, and I haven't
They're
heard
gonna
shit.
do it this week. It's I find that kind of weird because normally it's always been before like the 15th, and they didn't do it this time.
So Joker's definitely out. You're out,
Right.
Joker.
I almost feel like they just wanted to like wait for this series to be done and then they'll do it. So the series is done, so maybe they can do it. But yeah, sorry. Who is your for the Western Conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves and OKC, you know, both not freaking, they're not the Rockets, they're not the Mavericks, they're not the Lakers, not no Boston Celtics. It's four franchises that are not well known. It's building through the draft for some of them, making right trades. Who's winning? OKC, Minnesota.
I want. Here's the thing. I want OKC to win because I want Shea to be a first leading player on an NBA team to win a ring as a Canadian,
Mm.
right? I do want that definitely. But it's tough. This is tough. This is super tough. I'm saying 7 games. I'm saying because of more experience in the playoffs up to date, I'm gonna probably go with Minnesota.
I think Minnesota's not scared of a lot of things. I where I wanna you said 7 games for Minnesota, right?
I feel 7 because like OKC is definitely they got they got 10 and they all can play and they all can shoot. They all can run. They're all young. They got that energy. It's they if they play defense. It's this is such a tough series, but I feel like it's like you said, Minnesota. They're not scared. I feel like Minnesota beat from this year and last year like tougher teams
Yeah.
with more all stars, superstars, whatever on their you know what I mean? So I feel like Minnesota played, you know what I mean, certain competition where it's
I think when it comes to Minnesota, they're very good. The bad thing with OKC, and I've been telling you this, they play around too much. If Minnesota's up 3-2, they see blood.
yeah.
They don't see nothing else. They're seeing blood. And like I think what would be a fun finals would be Minnesota, New York. It was like the first trade of not first trade. It was the blockbuster trade. We didn't think anything else was gonna happen. It was probably gonna be the biggest trade besides then the Luca one came, but this one was gonna be the biggest one that happened all season. So just imagine you traded Randall for Towns and you both make it to the NBA finals, clear as day that like
I
this is
think
a
you're onto something here if that
like
happens.
then it's an A+ trade for both teams. No matter what happens in the future, you both made it to the NBA Finals. I think if Minnesota's watching New York win, I think it's gonna be motivation for Minnesota. It will be motivation for me. Like if I'm Randall and I see Towns killing it and they're going to the finals, give me the ball. I'm going 30 and 15. Ant is doing his thing. We're going to the finals. Like I'm bullying J Dub, Hartenstein, all them. I'm bullying them.
So Randall can bully Jacobs too.
So I'm gonna go OKC.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. The thing is, I almost don't want to go in seven because I almost agree with you. If it goes to a 7 game, yo, Ant's winning a 7 game series. I
Yeah.
just see it. Like, cause I'm still not the biggest believer in I don't believe too much in J Dub and Chet so much. Not yet. But I
I,
believe in
I
Caruso and I believe in
I
Dort.
agree with you. I agree with you, especially with the chat right now. I agree with you. Jade, I agree with you.
right? So I really kind of want to pick Minnesota because I just think like when they're on defensively, they're really good. But OKC beating Denver, I want to believe that they, in their minds, they slayed their demon. So I want to say OKC in six. So I'm going to say my prediction is OKC in six. But if it goes to seven, Minnesota,
Okay. Okay. I'm
right?
saying Minnesota in seven. It's gonna be a
So I'm going to say
series.
OKC. Um,
Uh,
Now, if my Pacers win, I'd rather Minnesota because I want like I think Minnesota would be an easier team to beat in the finals than OKC, from my opinion. Now, once again, if any of these team wins, whoever wins is it's the boosting of that player is gonna be crazy. Brunson will get boosted to the sky. Ant will get like, bro, we've been trying to give you the face of the league for the past year and a half.
yours. It's yours. It's
It's
yours.
yours.
At 23.
Yeah, it's yours. We're crowning you. Like, there's no more. Like, you're getting every commercial. You're gonna be the number ones. We're gonna rig the votes for the All Star to make you the highest voted. We're rigging everything.
Bro. Minnesota.
We're rigging everything.
KG era. 18 playoff wins. I think you've seen the stat probably.
KG doesn't fuck with Minnesota. We're gonna make sure KG's there for game one next year, and he's gonna be there with you, like, and everything.
When KG was at Minnesota 12 season, they had 18 playoff wins. Ant-Man, it has 18 playoff wins.
Come on, we're like we're about to give you the league if they win. Halliburton wins. Whew, I don't know what they're gonna say now about him.
Halliburton is gonna be extra super. He's gonna be super light skinned. If he
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna say
super,
about him. The if OKC wins, everyone's gonna be like, damn, like every GM is gonna be like, we're gonna start young as fuck, and we want a bunch of draft picks. The crazy thing is, OKC could have had a top four draft pick this season if the Philly didn't fall the way it fell for them, they would have had a top four draft pick, which would have been crazy. Mind you, OKC still has the best ability to get Giannis.
they do, and that's just
That is terrifying.
that is that really is.
So,
And we
uh,
can still get him no trades. This is like we're gonna pay that 200 million or 250 to bring you down here, and you're
bro,
gonna be here with Chet. You're gonna be here with Harkiston. You're gonna be here with J W. You're gonna be with
like
Caruso.
they can do the crazy. They'll do a sign and trade and help out Milwaukee. So like, and that's if Giannis wants to jump. I don't think Giannis is gonna want to join a team that wins the title. He'd almost want them to lose. Okay, so Eastern Conference,
Okay.
your New York Knicks, my Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident you're gonna pick the Knicks.
I'm gonna go with
If
the
you,
Knicks, but this is such a tough series because, like I said, Tibbs don't go deep.
yeah,
Pause. Pause. Like, he don't go deep. So that's a major factor. A
yep,
major factor still. The most utility guy in this series is Josh Hart.
yeah,
It's gonna play a factor. He
huge
rebounds
factor.
like he's 6'10". He pushes like he you see what I'm saying? Brunson has the best footwork in this series.
Yeah,
Let's keep it a buck. He has the ability to score in the post on majority of guards with footwork alone,
right.
not using athleticism and using angles and size and whatnot. So I'm saying Knicks in seven because I want it to be seven. I do believe Indiana is going to push to seven. They're too cocky. Halliburton, too cocky. So I feel like it's going to be Knicks in seven. It's going to be Knicks versus the Wolves. Like you said, that.
That'd be crazy. I do think that would be like a very fun series.
I feel like, yeah.
Storyline wise, I would like that. I think for me, I'm gonna go Pacers, of course. I'm gonna say Pacers in six because
Ooh,
Pacers are a team like if they're home, they're gonna win that six game. If they're up 3-2, they're winning that six game. They're not going to want to take it to New York, so I can see them winning it. Sorry, we didn't name MVP. I think we can both agree Ant will be MVP for Western Conference if they were to win. But a sneaky Julius Randle could kind of, if that
yeah.
man has a 25 and 10 and 5, sneaky man can go in. Um, Eastern Conference, I think it could be a Halliburton series, unless the next man has bigger game winners. Then
Definitely Brunson.
it can be a Halliburton.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be a Pascal series. I hope I'm wrong, but I think OG's gonna like face guard the man the whole time.
OG has to, hey, whatever's legal.
Right?
Whatever.
To me, I'm putting OG or Bridges on Halliburton.
I would rather put Bridges on Halliburton, have OG guard, I guess Siakam. I don't know.
Yeah, right. You're right. Size
Yeah.
wise, I think it's fine.
So yeah, yeah.
So I'm predicting a Pacers versus OKC. You're predicting a Minnesota New York, which I love the one that you predicted. I rather Minnesota win if the Pacers win, because then I feel really good about a Pacers facing the OKC. I mean, facing a Minnesota so deep. I'm just gonna believe in them. Like, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna believe in them. It's gonna be too much. That Randall versus Pascal series, I can't wait to see. But yeah, that's our predictions, man. Anything else you want to chat about?
Wow. What else do I have to chat about? You know what? Honestly, MVP. Last but not least, MVP this season. We all know who's getting it. Who's getting the MVP?
It's SGA. I'm surprised they really haven't announced it yet. It's almost like
Yeah.
you just wanted the series to end. It's almost like you were afraid that SGA was gonna get it, but Jokic was gonna win the series.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, yeah. So it's SGA, 100%. It has to be SGA.
Yeah, so I hope they'll announce it. They're probably gonna announce it like on Tuesdays, their games. They're gonna announce it on Tuesday.
Who's winning game one before we go? Who's winning game one? Knicks and Pacers. Who's winning?
I think that one, may win game one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Pacers gonna win game one for that one.
You
Uh,
know, I can kind of agree with you.
Yeah, Pacers aren't like they. Once again, no one cares about home field advantage. No such thing anymore. Have your fans scream as much as they want to. No one cares. No one cares. So I think they'll win game one. I do think Minnesota may win game one too, as well. They almost had like 5, 6 games off, so 6 days off. They haven't played since what? Thursday, Friday, probably Thursday. They haven't played since.
Like that's either gonna be, like I said earlier, it's either gonna be a good thing or a bad thing.
Right, right.
So,
I think OKC, I think when Minnesota faces OKC, they're gonna be like, man, they're going really deep and Ant's gonna get frustrated because either Dort's guarding you or Caruso's coming to guard you.
yeah, and
Or
that's
J Dub's coming to guard you. Like one of those three guys are gonna guard you. It's gonna be quite annoying.
and they're around your size or a little bigger, so that's gonna piss you off. It's not like little guys guarding you. This is like guys your size guarding
That's why I think Julius Randle could have a crazy series. Because he's physical.
you. You see that man's shoulders?
Yeah, he's physical, man. He's really physical. And the thing with OKC, I think they play with their food too much.
It, the thing is with OKC, they're such a young team, so
Yeah.
it's like, do they know better yet? They should, but it's like,
If Caruso's not playing the defense he's playing, because he honestly was the second MVP of this like whole series. He saw the competition and he like played up to the competition. I don't think everyone else did. I think he did, and then Shea did his thing. But quite frankly, Denver was like neck and neck with them the whole series.
mhm, yeah.
Like whole series, they're neck and neck with them. Except this fucking game five that we had today. I don't understand what that happened. So that's confusing. But yeah. Anything else you want to chat about?
I just feel like it's gonna come down to coaching with the Pacers and the Knicks. I feel like Rick
The
Carlisle,
depth. The depth is gonna come.
Rick Carlisle is a better coach to me, in my opinion, than Tibbs. And I don't knock Tibbs. I don't hate on Tibbs. It's just his rotation, but Carlisle is an overall better coach, so that is going to play a factor as well in the series. So
And like the Pacers, they truly don't care who scores 20. And like a team like that to me is scary. It's
yeah,
also like, well, you need to figure it out because we're all like, you got to figure out who's going to be your main guy. But they're also kind of like, we don't need a main guy. Like, if Turner is hitting 3-5 3-point shots a game, we're okay with that too.
Turner get a capability to hit still. Pause.
So the only thing is, Halliburton has to be doing like, 11 assists that game, something like that. So I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be a fun series. I do think, like I said, I don't think it's a Pascal series. I think OG's gonna lock him up because he's gonna pay so much attention to him,
So,
right? But I think they're gonna get tired. Like, man, OG really hasn't made this far in the playoffs,
yeah, it was true. Yeah, yeah,
right? Like he
yeah.
hasn't. So, and Indiana's kind of annoying. That's the big thing. Indiana's annoying.
Definitely.
So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But yep, that is up for the pod. We are happy for these NBA series to start. Man, both series should be fun. We're hoping for both game sevens ultimately, and whatever happens, happens. Leaf fans, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But you have our predictions of who we think. Go Pacers, go. For Scully, he's gonna say go Knicks, go. We both want the OKC Minnesota just to be fun. Ant-Man, SGA, young talent should definitely be fun, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk again. Peace.